How are you all? Today is 24th December 2020, Thursday. Welcome back to our online class. Ninth class children we're doing which lesson ma? Sense organs. Part 3 will start today. We finished eyes, most important eye sense organ, isn't it? We started with ear, inner ear, middle ear and outer ear. See about cochlea, the part of a inner ear. Cochlea is a posterior of the inner ear that looks like a snail shell. Cochlea is green for snail. Okay, which causes the stereocili to move. The stereocili then converts these vibrations into nerve impulses which are taken up to the brain to be interpreted. The pressure changes in the cochlea caused by sound entering the ear travel down the fluid-filled tympanic and vestibular canals, which are filled with a fluid called perilymph. Hair cells in the cochlea are not able to regenerate themselves. Got it, children? Unlike your skin, hair, and many other cells in the body, once cochlear damage occurs, there is no growing back. What do you hear after cochlear damage? It is so important part in your ear. First of all, you can have varying degrees of cochlear damage. Balance is directly related to hearing. The semicircular canals which are attached to the cochlea in the inner ear helps maintain balance. How hearing loss can occur? Damage to the inner ear, aging and exposure to loud noise may cause wear and tear of the hairs or nerve cells in cochlea that send sound signals to the brain, gradual buildup of earwax, ear infection and abnormal bone growth or tumor, ruptured eardrum tympanic membrane perforation. Understood? The vestibular membrane, the vestibular wall or Reissner's membrane is a membrane inside the cochlea of the inner ear. It separates the cochlear duct from the vestibular duct. The basilar membrane is entire blue or green structure. The basilar membrane is found in the cochlea. It forms the base of the organ of cochlea, corti, which contains sensory receptors for hearing. Movement of basilar membrane in response to sound waves cause depolarization of hair cells in the organ of corti. Understood, children? The tympanic duct or scala tympani is one of the perilymph filled cavity in the inner ear of human. It is separated from the cochlear duct by basilar membrane and it extends from the round window to the helicotrema, where it continues as vestibular duct. The vestibular duct or scala vestibula is a perilymph filled cavity inside the cochlea of the inner ear that conducts sound vibrations to the cochlear duct. It is separated from the cochlear duct by Reissner's membrane and extends from the vestibule of the ear to the helicotrema, where it joins the lymphatic duct. Broadly, sensory receptors respond to one of the four primary stimuli: chemicals, chemoreceptors; temperature, thermoreceptors; pressure, mechanoreceptors. In the periphery, primary neuron is a sensory receptor that detects sensory stimuli like touch or temperature. The cell body of the primary neuron is housed in the dorsal root ganglion of a spinal nerve, or if sensation is in the head or the neck. What happened? The ganglia of the trigeminal or what are sensory cells? Term in this set are 5. What are 5 sets of sensory cells, children? Chemoreceptors, pain receptors, chemoreceptors, mechanoreceptors and photoreceptors, the fifth one. One by one we'll deal with each receptor. First is the chemoreceptors, stimulated by changes in the chemical concentration of substances. Next is the pain receptors, stimulated by tissue damage. Thermoreceptors, stimulated by changes in the temperature. Mechanoreceptors, stimulated by changes in pressure or movement. Photoreceptors, stimulated by light energy. The cell bodies of sensory neurons are located in the dorsal ganglia of the spinal cord. This sensory information travels along afferent nerve fibers in an afferent or sensory nerve to the brain via the spinal cord. The cochlear nerve, also known as auditory or acoustic neuron, is one of the two parts of the vestibulocochlear nerve, a cranial nerve present in amniotes, the other part being the vestibular nerve. The cochlear nerve carries auditory sensory information from the cochlea of the inner ear directly. Brain. What about the important organ hearing of the ear? Hearing is a mechanical sense. It turns physical movement into the electrical signals that makes up the language of the ear, translating these vibrations into what we experience as a world of sound. The diversity of sounds we can hear typically range from 20 Hz cycles a second to 20,000 Hz. Hz is a symbol of sound, unit of sound, has capital H and capital Z but written in little small than H. So it is hazard. Sound waves enter the ear canal and travel towards our eardrum. The sound waves cause the eardrum and the bones in the middle ear to vibrate. Tiny hair cells inside the cochlea, inner ear, convert these vibrations into electric impulse or the signals that are picked up by the auditory nerves. Understood, children? Perfect hearing is having a 0 dB score at all frequencies. Anything below 20 dB is significantly worse than normal. 100 dB loss at all frequencies means you hear nothing. Sound transfers into the ear canal and cause the eardrum to move. The eardrum will vibrates with the different sounds. These sounds vibrations make their way through the ossicles to the cochlea. Sound vibrations make the fluid in the cochlea travel like waves. The ear is a sensory organ that picks up the sound waves, allowing us to hear. It is also essential to our sense of balance. Organ of balance, the vestibular system, is found inside the inner ear. It is made up of three semicircular canals and two otolith organs known as the utricle or and the salic. The auditory pathway conveys a special sense of hearing. Information travels from the receptors in the organ of Corti of the inner ear, cochlear hair cells, to the central nervous system carried by the vestibulocochlear nerve, CN8. Understood, children? In addition, unconscious processing of auditory information occurs in the parallel. What happens in the inner ear? We'll see now how we hear from that part. As the fluid moves, 25,000 nerve endings are set in motion. They start moving. These nerve endings transform the vibrations into electrical impulses that then travel along the 8th cranial nerve, auditory nerve, got it, to the brain. The brain then interprets these signals, and this is how the steps of hearing. Outer ear sound waves, which are vibrations, enter through the outer ear and reach the middle ear to vibrate the eardrum. What about the middle ear? The eardrum then vibrates the ossicles, which are small bones in the middle ear. Got it? Then comes the inner ear and then the auditory nerve. Sound travels more slowly than light. Sound travels at the same speed but vibrate in different waves. Some vibrate quickly and have a high frequency or pitch, while others vibrate slowly and give a lower pitch. Got it? The inner ear is composed of two parts, the cochlea for hearing and vestibular system for the balance. The vestibular system is made up of a network of looped tubes, they three in each ear, called the semicircular canals. Got it, children? Now we'll conclude our today's class with the homework. What is the first question? What is cochlea? Second question, what is the important part of the ear responsible for hearing? Thank you, children. See you in the next class. Submit me your homeworks by 5 in the evening. Assalamu alaikum. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.